They're doing size.
Yeah,
Three on. Jethro. Got that down.
Strong enough for you.
I don't need that.
Call meeting to order, 7 o'clock.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
On the agenda, we've got to change the amount of the bills in between from $128,149 to $115,058.18. And also, we want to add one more volunteer under the Evans Plunge, Barbara Walter.
What was that number again?
115,458.18. Motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Motion and a second to approve the agenda. Discussion or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And a motion to approve the council minutes from January 6th.
So moved.
Second. Motion and a second. Discussion or questions? Any corrections? And a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And the bills in between, $115,058.18. Motion to approve that. Second, discussion, questions? Motion second to approve, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. And the current claims, $141,764.25. Have a motion to approve them.
So moved.
Have a motion?
Second.
Have a second. Discussion or questions on the current claims?
I've got a couple.
Okay?
Did we ever take the propane off of Pete Ball so we could call for proposals, Harley?
Been talking with a couple of the department heads where I think we would like to maybe bid them all for the year and
You gotta do that first of the year.
well, you can do them anytime during the year. And the right time to do it probably will be when the rate is down. When the rate is down.
Yeah.
You know, when the,
Two what?
280.
280 a gallon now? But we need to get them off the Keep full right now. We did that? No.
at City Hall, we have not done that
You need to do that before they fill it again. Okay, a couple more, I thought we was gonna have Emily drive a city vehicle up there so we didn't have to pay that much for mileage. Wouldn't it be cheaper? Hello? Anybody listening to me over there?
Yeah. We talked about it, I don't know if it'd be cheap or not, I never.
It'd be cheaper than $41.
Never had a chance to talk about it. But we'll make it a point to talk to her and tell her that it's a city pickup.
We brought this up like when we first bought it and nothing's happened yet. Okay, the pickup for the ACO, didn't we tell him to go look for a pickup that the city has to use instead of that cop car?
yet. Bob's been visiting with them on that.
Then why did we buy a receiver and everything for him to put on there so he can,
That was reported to us the day that we told them that we didn't want to, we were looking for a pickup for him.
because legally he can't drive that way.
That's right. They came to us and said he bought a receiver and we need to take the lights off and get the star taken off. And I said, we need to find a regular pickup vehicle. And we should have an extra one within our fleet that can be transferred over to.
Okay, now the last one I got is Keep Hot Springs Beautiful for $3,000. Now that they don't have that cardboard thing out there, what are they gonna use that money for?
They do a lot of other projects.
what they can use money for. I'm just asking. Anybody know?
Invite them in and find out what their plans are.
Okay.
Because they do the pods and the.
Yeah, but people do that themselves.
Yeah, but they still furnish the materials for that.
They didn't, Debbie and I did it for 5 years and they sure didn't do that, so don't tell me how to do.
They furnish the, like the things for the raffles, when they have the drawings and stuff for membership drives and stuff like that, they buy t-shirts and
Yeah, but
stuff
the
like that.
taxpayers shouldn't pay for that,
Well,
in my opinion.
They helped out by getting the new
I
programs
could
in.
see using it for the cardboard things, that's a really good
Well,
idea.
the flowers in front of the jail were from them.
Yeah, but they got their flowers free because we used to go help dig them up to
No,
put in all the
this
pots.
was a program that they did, that they got into.
Okay, but still, taxpayers shouldn't pay for
No, I
that.
would ask them.
That's all I want.
We'll request that they come in and give us an update both on the recycling, because they asked that we put it on the water bill, and I've not heard if they got their 200 people or not that they needed to have before they did it, so we'll ask them in at the next meeting.
I'd just like to know what
Have
they're
an
doing.
update.
Thank you.
Any other questions on the current claims?
I don't have any.
The inmate labor, was that, where did we use that?
Golf course,
Takes care of those now?
other work at the golf course.
And then, so those buildings, yeah, are they down?
The level one is, the other one, they didn't want to start today because it was too windy is what so we'll get on them.
Any other questions on the current claims? We have a motion and a second to approve, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And 2013 accounts payable, 346123, motion to approve that.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second, any discussion or questions? Not all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And the bills in between, 32,426.54. We have a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Second. Motion and second. Discussion or questions? We have a motion and second to approve. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Okay. And communication from the public. Anybody wish to be heard? Yep.
Easy question, I hope. The clock at the depot,
I saw
by 20 for the last like month or so.
That's
Was
right,
there any
twice a day.
plans? I know, it is right twice a day, I agree with that. I was just wondering if there was plans to get that fixed, it's a cool clock.
It's on my list, but since you brought it up, I don't know, we paid to have it fixed once, and I don't know what's going on, but
It quit working the part, the $1,200 or whatever we paid to get it going,
Was it under warranty?
they had a hard time finding the part because it's an obsolete guts for it the first time around. So, I think we're up for needing to find new guts for it if we're up for doing that.
Well, I think we need to fix it.
Yeah, it's just, it's right there for everybody to see, and it's only right twice a day.
Just gotta look at it the right time.
I probably have. Some others as well. I just thought it's kind of sad, it's a cool clock, and it's not working.
Any other communications from the public? Steve?
What'd you find out on burning was
I called you and they said you can't burn the city limits.
me or him?
that's not true. Tom Inman is the head of the fire district, the president of the fire district, and he told me they can allow a burn permit. And he also told me basically we can call the governor too. And ask him about burning in their facility.
I guess I don't know the answer. All I'm doing is saying that.
It's our city ordinance that says there's no burning in the city limits.
Why don't you call the governor and tell him you can't do that?
They
No building
burn
facility.
something?
The state home and the vet's home are exempt exempt from any of the city's operations as
Exactly.
far as those two facilities. Any other burning,
But the city can burn.
The city can make it burn.
according to our dump permit, but we're violating our ordinance that says we can't burn within the city limits. So we're breaking our own ordinance.
We do that every day, Arlen. You know it.
Got a copy of that on my desk to give public safety next time to look at it, because there's some wording in there that isn't right.
Okay.
Is that stay home and sit in the middle now?
Yep.
Yes, part of it is,
Part, but not all of it.
not all of it is, no.
So they was burning in the sit in the middle.
I guess I don't know what the location was,
They
but I
was
would
burning
assume.
outside of the sit in the middle, that's what I'm told.
No, so this, our building inspector,
You know that, the feds override the state law override the municipal. You can't do anything about it.
but what if there's subs? Are they not required like another individual? Like suburbs?
I don't know that answer right now.
They were exempt from getting a building permit for the new state headquarters. They did not have to get a building permit
From the city, yeah.
from the city.
Yeah. The state.
But if they build homes north of that, they're gonna have to get building permits on that other property.
We'll see.
That's platted,
North of the Hampton, yeah.
they're supposed to.
Yeah. If they do, that's the same problem, but not. Yeah.
It's not real clear.
It's not real clear. I've got a note to look at that. Any other communication from public, Jerry?
What's going on with the Johnson?
I've been in contact with Carol Bowles. She's trying to serve them. And I don't know if we have to serve them in Arizona or if we can serve the Secretary of State. I didn't get an answer back from her yet, but we're trying to get something done so we can take the building down.
Which one are you talking about?
Community Action Building.
Oh,
I'm concerned about the one that's connected actually to mine.
I don't blame you.
Down the line, I share a wall with my building next door. And I don't know if they share a wall or not, but I know that I've had.
You're talking about the building further north. We're not doing anything with that at this point, but we have looked at it. It's not in good shape. In fact, Craig's been in it. It's not in good shape. We think with it, when they do the highway project, the vibration could be a real problem. I don't know what we're gonna do with it yet, but that is on the historic register. It's going to take a lot of work and time and effort to get it done right when we do something with it. But right now, there's no action started. Okay. Any other communication from the public?
I heard the sign is in,
The signs are here.
but they're not on yet.
Ground's got to thaw out.
When you planning to put them up?
I'm hoping we'll have them up in April, but I don't know that.
This
Depends
year?
on, yep, depends on the weather.
All right. And do the work.
Any other communication from the public? Okay, personnel. We've got a bunch of them in there. You can read it, including all the volunteers. This is a pretty long list. Old business.
I got a question on them volunteers. What does that do to our insurance? 'Cause I'm told that we are covering them under like a blanket liability.
That's our work comp, that they have to be listed and covered for work comp.
So does that raise our insurance or anything?
I don't think so, but I guess I don't know. You know?
We can have unlimited numbers?
We can have unlimited number, it doesn't matter how many volunteers, so if you have volunteer firemen or police reserve or volunteers that work for Friends of the Plunge in this case, or whatever we're calling them.
so we should just blanket all the hot springs and whatever they've been that policy. That way if they get hurt, you know, it don't cost the city any more money
As long as they want to volunteer and help out somewhere, put them on the list.
when they scoop our sidewalks, they belong to the city. It's on city property.
Any other questions on personnel? Hey, old business, horse sanctuary, airport pay surplus. we've been asked by the Black Hills, actually Black Hills Horse Sanctuary is willing to take that hay, pick it up and haul it out there. If we'd like to give it to them, and I thought, just so there's no confusion, if we had a motion to surplus the hay and give it to the Wild Horse Sanctuary, at least it's in our minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion to second. Discussion or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And we've got two tabled motions on the change orders. The first one is Hills Materials. We have a motion to approve the change order that was tabled. I think there's a recommendation from Public Works, right?
We talked about it, and the feeling of the committee was to give both companies an extension until May 1st, and if they're not done by May 1st, we will assess it then.
Actually, May 15th goes in your packets.
May 1st.
Yeah, the original change order was for May 15th, and we wanted to do it
Oh,
till
this
May
is
1st.
May 1st. Okay.
They want to change that to May 1st. So was that a,
That's, I'll make the motion that we give an extension.
got a motion by Dwight to change the date to May 1st instead of May 15th?
So is this gonna be a continual practice as everybody does business with the city?
I think on this situation here, the fact that there were some conversations that went on before the deadline was up between them and the city that more or less,
But they never asked for an extension.
well, they asked if they could finish it this spring. That's asking for an extension, and they were given it. They were said that they could.
And who told them that? Tracy didn't.
Well,
He was at that meeting. He said he did not tell me.
he didn't, but he talked to Harley, and I believe they talked
Did
to
you give him
Dawn.
permission to not do it this year?
Yep.
Really? That's awful nice of
No, I
you.
didn't, because I was waiting to see this, because I knew there was a contract date. But it made sense that we extended, and this is the way to do it formally.
Well, neither one of them should have bid on the job if they couldn't finish it.
You said
That's
that
just-
yourself.
That's just how the construction industry works.
Those material work one day and that's at the end of what? November?
Yep, probably.
They worked more than one day.
They did not.
I saw them.
What'd they do?
I don't know how long they worked, the project's not done.
What it boiled down was they were given permission by our representatives to extend it till
They
spring.
just couldn't do it, is
The
basically.
weather turned bad.
I want to have a name who gave permission to extend it.
Nobody gave them actual permission. They came in and said, if we were to get the culvert in and the ditch dug up, and we at our cost pave that corner so the water will not pool or puddle at the intersection of the no-name street and Almond, where we had the problem all the time, puddling. And they got all of that done except for that
They
path.
didn't do the ditch. All they did is put the culvert in, and then all their barricades and stuff like that. That's all they've done. They weren't gonna let them.
I've got a motion on the floor to change the date to May 1st. I'll come back to the main motion in a minute. Any other discussion on the date? The motion is to change the change order till May 1st. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no.
No,
Passed. Now, the main motion is to approve the change order till May 1st. Discussion on the main motion.
now, you guys said if they didn't get it done by May 1st, you was gonna charge them clear back to when this all started, right?
I think we agreed to assess them after May 1st for days there, and not backtrack.
No wonder people do that to the city, because we don't do anything about it.
Got a motion on the floor to.
No wonder people think we're business not friendly too, Greg.
Well, I don't know why, we have never charged anybody, so I don't know why they think that.
Any other discussion on this motion? The vote yes or no. I have a motion to approve the change order, which extends until May 1st. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no.
No,
Now we have another one very similar for Simon Contractors on bands. You want to make the same motion to change the date to May 1st and on this one too, Bryce?
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Okay. Got a motion and a second to change that date to May 1st. Any discussion on the date change? Got a motion and a second to change the date to May 1st. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Now, the main motion would be the change order itself to approve the change order for the May 1st date instead of May 15th date. Discussion?
is that for both of them? Is that what this motion had?
This is for Simon only.
Oh.
Hills is done. This is for Simon. Got a motion and a second to approve the change order for Simon with the May 1st date. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. New business.
We have to put you guys on the Christmas card list for that.
Bob Walker was going to be here to ask for an extension on his property cleanup. Don't see him here. We had given him 30 days notice on December 17th. He does not have it cleaned up yet, and he was going to ask the council for more time.
He did call, he called me at home, explained the situation, and he would like to have, as of February 10th, I know that for sure, is what he said, he would have a facility to put his stuff. And he was still asking, he wasn't sure, because he doesn't get off work till 6:30, whether he'd make it here in time for us.
I want to know why we all of a sudden condemned this property and deemed it such a nuisance that the city had to expedite this and take this old woman's property is my question. We bought the lot over here from a bank, but yet the city feels the need to take this old woman's property and condemn it. Can you, anybody explain that to me, why?
There was no condemnation on this lot.
Oh,
We had a cleanup notice that went to, just like our normal cleanup notices that have been going around,
Then why did the city acquire it?
because she offered, the city said, here's what we expect it to be cleaned up. She's from out of state,
And he has, how could he know what that was gonna cost to have it cleaned up?
just an estimate. I mean,
Do you know what he told her?
yes,
How much?
$10,000. So what happened in the discussions was, is there any other choice for me? And she said, well, you could deed it to us and then we would clean it up, but we don't want to do that. You need to talk to an attorney. And she talked to an attorney and then we got a deed in the mail.
And you can verify that whole conversation.
I think it's in the notes of the building inspector. He's already,
So why wouldn't we offer to buy her lot? Them lots are still worth something. You know, when you do these kind of things, you're taking that property off the tax rolls. Number two, it's gonna cost the rest of taxpayers to clean it up. Because as the city, we're gonna go and clean it up. So the city loses twice.
the intent at the time of the conversation was we were looking for a site for the water loading dock.
Well, not all of us were on board with that either, were we? But a couple of you chose, you thought that'd be the site, so you just went ahead and went for it.
We don't have a site chosen yet.
That's correct, but we took this old lady's property.
All we did was actually take it.
Yeah, she gave it to us on, yeah, because she felt she had no other choice.
Any other discussion on the Bob Walker property? Do we want to offer some sort of an extension? Because the time is up, 30 days from December 17th.
I don't think so. You know, we talked about this property clear back last fall. And that's when Scott started working on it, I guess. And they knew he was doing it. They could have started cleaning up way back last fall. And now all of a sudden they need more time. I think the city ought to just start cleaning it up.
Was he asking for an extension to clean it up, or was he asking for an extension to get his stuff out?
He's asking for an extension to get his stuff out, and he admits that have done it by using two different facilities, one in Hot Springs and one in Rapid, but he doesn't live here, so he was waiting to get a place in Rapid City. And as of February, he says he has an opportunity to take possession of a storage unit that will house all this stuff, so he's asking for a 60 days extension. Now, I know in the past we've given people just to clean their yards up to 6 months. This gentleman is asking for 60 days. I don't really think that that's totally out of the question.
Can I ask who we gave somebody 6 months to clean the yard?
Iversons.
And they still haven't done it. But that wasn't just clean the yard, they had haul trailers out of there and everything else.
Still falls under the same situation.
Why can't we get building material and make a long extension? You can't give a guy a few more days or months to clean stuff.
That's a council decision.
Because it's been over 6 months
I'd
now.
like to
and he
make a
hasn't done
motion to
anything.
give him 60 days from today, I guess, to get his stuff cleaned out of there.
Got a motion by Dave to give him 60 days from today to get the property, the stuff hauled off the property. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
And a second. Discussion on the motion. Got a motion and a second to give Bob an extra 60 days from today to get his stuff off the property. No more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no?
No,
You got one or two yeses?
I said,
I said no.
I said no.
You got it all, yes or no? Motion failed. So we're not gonna give him a 60-day extension. Do we want to do anything?
Clean it up. Clean it up.
No extension? Is that a motion?
Yeah.
I think that if we told Dave we can have the price by the 10th,
Yeah,
we could get it to the 15th.
yeah, something a little shorter would hurt.
Talking a couple of weeks there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go for 2 years.
I think
Say-
you
say
got to
the
help us
15.
on, clean it up.
2 months from the date we got the property, which would be February 17th.
You're not done by then, I think. That's what it said there.
he says I'm just repeating what he told me. By the 10th, he would have a place to put it.
Okay.
I guess the thing we gotta keep remembering is he's not cleaning up the property.
No, he's just
He just
protecting
wants-
himself. He doesn't care about his aunt.
He just wants to get his stuff out of there.
That's right.
That's all he wants. He's
That's
not gonna
right.
go in there and cut the weeds, cut the trees,
He's
haul the
got friends-
garbage away. He's just gonna get his stuff out of
He's
there.
got friends north of town he's hauled stuff to before.
So do we want
Of
to
course,
give
this
this?
is on property that we got for nothing.
Yes. Do we have a motion then for an extension until February 17th?
Okay, make it a motion.
Okay.
Second.
I'll second.
And a second to give an extension until February 17th. Discussion? All in favor of the motion, give until February 17th, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no?
No.
3 were no?
Just two.
2?
Okay. Got a temporary alcoholic beverage license for Woolies. They want to get a license for April 25th at the Mountain site.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. And the airport ag lease, is this for public safety?
Yes, it is. Dave and I kind of talked about this with the airport guys on our public safety, and we think we have to go with the recommendation of the committee on the ag lease out there. They gave us what they recommended a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I think, I make the motion that we go with their recommendation for the ag lease up there.
I'll second that.
Okay, you have a motion, a second to go with the airport farm ground lease that was proposed to us by the airport committee a couple weeks ago. Any discussion?
Is this a conflict in any way with?
No, because we'll just get out of our agreement with people.
We don't have anything in formal with Peatland at this point.
Any other discussion?
How much is it gonna cost us to spray this over there in 5 years?
Couldn't tell you till we get an estimate.
What we sprayed this year was $3,800 worth. And that was just a portion of it.
We got that spray plane out there that the guy is leasing part of the hangar, monthly hangar, and I gave Craig his number.
Maybe we can do some
Aerial
spraying with it.
Aerial spray will get better coverage than the way it's been. Dave will vouch for that.
It'll give us overspray coverage also, so it would be a better, for this piece of property, it'd be a better routine than what it's been in the past.
Well, maybe that can be put into the agreement too. At least he's gotta provide some of the weed maintenance, I mean.
You got a lot of people interested in leasing?
We got 2 so far, you know, but not until the city comes to a final how it wants to read it and that, and publish it.
Okay, I've got a motion and a second to go with the lease that was presented to us. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no?
No.
And a request to purchase a hydraulic film for the street department. I think that Public Works was thinking that it should come to the council. It's under the limits, but we could just buy it if they wanted the whole council to know about it. Is that right, Joyce?
Yeah, that's correct. We got 2 quotes, the lowest from RDO for $83.49 to install.
You want to go with?
Make the motion to go with the lowest.
Second it.
Motion and a second to go with Ovid on the hydraulic thumb. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no? Committee reports. Did you have anything from administrative promotion?
Well, nothing particular. Carl wasn't able to attend. We have been working on the personnel manual, and we've been working on some job descriptions and the volunteers, we submitted those for the summer rec. And then we were looking at promotions in terms of some of the issue jobs that we had.
Right. Thanks. Public Works, Dwight?
We had an update from Johnson Control on changing all the meters out. And we, I guess, kind of tabled that as a committee to think about it. Personally, I'm leaning that we change the meters out in-house and save the city. We'll talk about it more next week. Change orders for Hills and Simon. Talked about a new location for the water fill station and the possible purchase of a lot for that would be along the bypass and would fit the use better, I believe, for it. And we talked about some bulk water rates for out-of-town users. That's it.
Okay. Thanks, Dwight. Public safety, Greg, did you have anything?
Yes. We had a talk about a trailer ordinance, and we're gonna look into seeing what we can do about making it user-friendly for people in town instead of the way it is. Talk about the airport lighting, it needs new lights. I guess, excuse me, we're gonna put them in.
Just lenses.
We're gonna put the lenses in. They're $560. And it's something we have to do. It ain't something we're just gonna do. I mean,
That's the grant, that's the
Yeah.
city's portion of the
Portion
grant
of the
is
grant.
500.
Okay.
Total is 1,700, I think you had right,
I
17.
didn't hear that at the meeting.
The airport gas tax one.
Yeah, gas
Town
tax.
Texas said was around $1,200, and the city would take it to the balance.
We brought up the sidewalks, replacement repair policy. Evidently, the mayor's working on it. There's some sidewalks that's in dire need of replaced and fixed. Talk about safety and loss control committee set up. And we need 4 people. And Dave, or is it just 4? It's 4, and 1 from each department.
One from each department and one's council.
One councilman. And then talk about the chief wants us to put yield signs up on Albany and 17. It's a 4-way intersection with no yield signs, and they had accidents there in the past. All the other streets on Albany have the yield streets there, but this one, nobody knows why it wasn't ever put in. That's all we got.
Okay. Thanks, Craig. Cultural recreation, Wes?
We kind of focused the whole meeting on this golf course and this committee. We want to put a committee together basically before that study is done and kind of, I guess, get things in line for it. And I can't remember if it was Lyle or who it was, but they had a really good idea, and I think it was Lyle, on this, having this summer rec program, maybe have a deal where adults could maybe take golf lessons. 'Cause there's a lot of adults.
It was Linda's fault.
There was a lot of, I don't know, I think it's an excellent idea. There's a lot of adults that they might participate, and if they was able to take a golf lesson, they might start golfing. And that's kind of what we focused on. We didn't touch much on the parks, but we are going to have a meeting, I believe, tomorrow at noon with Matt Friedel. He's going to kind of start telling us what, I guess, to expect. And I don't know, I guess he's going to fill us in tomorrow. That was it.
Okay, thanks, Wes. Harley?
Just a couple things I wanted to highlight as long as we're on the park subject. A company out of Scottsbluff, Nebraska, which I believe it's called Selly's Cycle Center. And it's Selly's, C-E-L-L-I-S, Selly, I'm not sure how to say that, but anyway, thank you for your years of help in reserving the park for our thank you banquet. This is one of our favorite places in Hot Springs. When we have guests at our place, we always take them to Chautauqua Park and the Hot Brook Canyon. To a person, our guests always comment on how beautiful this area is and how well kept the park is. We are looking forward to showing off Hot Springs again this summer. So it's a thank you from Scottsbluff, Nebraska.
Just think if we put that bridge in there and they could use all that land of ours for riding a bike in, boy, wouldn't that be nice.
And we should maybe be advertising in Scottsbluff, Nebraska if we've got that kind of commitment there. And then just everyone I'm sure is aware, but the Evening of Wine and Roses for the Cultural Development Organization, it's their fundraiser, April 5th, starting at 5:30. It looks like. So, that's all I have.
Okay. One thing I had was just a reminder that someone's going to the Municipal Government Day, February 4th and 5th. I think 3 of us are going, just Georgia from the council's going, and Harley and myself. That's all I have. We've got executive session, we'll talk about personnel. So if there's nothing else, I entertain a motion to go to executive session.
So moved.
Motion and second, go into executive session.